Now for need-to-know news and information. Mayor Maryanne Edwards presented Temecula's State of the City on October 14th, utilizing the city's 2021 theme, Temecula Cares. Mayor Edwards summed up city achievements and future plans. Some of the highlights included the implementation of free Wi-Fi at city parks, the ongoing rehab of 7.4 million square feet of residential streets, and the construction of new bike trails and bridges. To go to the city's website, temecula.gov, to learn more. Menifee held their State of the City address on October 21st. The presentation's highlights included the city's $484 million investments in infrastructure and traffic improvements, a jobs blueprint planned, and business growth initiatives. You can get caught up with all that's happening at cityofmenifee.us. Wildomar residents, you're free to attend State of the City is November 4th at Marna O'Brien Park. Get more info at cityofwildomar.org. Last month, the City of Murrieta approved a variety of major improvement projects with a budget of approximately $64.4 million. These include a new North Amphitheater parking lot adjacent to the Town Square Park Amphitheater, California Oaks Sports Park pool deck and equipment repairs, and an expansion to the Police Department building. Riverside County will soon see benefits from a new state COVID relief program aimed at micro businesses facing barriers to accessing capital. These small businesses include those owned by women, minorities, veterans, and individuals without documentation. Applications must be submitted by November 18th. In other COVID-19 news, California Public Health recently announced that all available vaccines are authorized for booster doses. A Johnson & Johnson booster is recommended for those 18 and over who received their initial shot at least 2 months ago. Pfizer and Moderna boosters are suggested for people 65 and over, and those 18 and older who live in long-term care settings, have underlying medical conditions, or work in high-risk settings. 4 Riverside County public health vaccine clinics offer Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines free of charge and are located in Lake Elsinore, Indio, Temecula, and the City of Riverside. Additionally, 4 more teams rotate through neighborhoods that are hard to reach or have asked specifically for a vaccine clinic. Currently, more than 90,000 Riverside County residents have received their second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. COVID-19 information updates regularly as CDC recommendations are released and county numbers change. Visit the Riverside County website at rivcoph.org for the latest information on cases, hospitalizations, deaths, and vaccine news. Riverside County is no stranger to drought. This year alone, we have seen record levels of dryness. But because of investments in our water infrastructure, sound planning, and a conservation ethic, that has become standard of living. Water experts believe Riverside County is well prepared for what the future holds when it comes to our water supply. Dams and reservoirs have long been used as part of the state's water supply infrastructure. But groundwater banking is a revolutionary strategy, offering many positive benefits. I spoke with Joe Mawad from Eastern Municipal Water District about this innovative program.
Water banking is a water resource management strategy. You're putting away water in the local groundwater basin when it's available, when it's plentiful, so that you can then utilize that water when you need it in periods of drought or dry conditions. We at Eastern just completed construction of a large water banking facility in San Jacinto. It's a replenishment basin that will allow us to import water into the region from the State Water Project. And when that water is available during wet years or average wet years, we can import that water and essentially store that water underground.
As far as the benefits of water banking as opposed to dams and reservoirs, what would that be?
So dams and reservoirs, as well as water banking, they're all important components of a water supply strategy. However, in our service area, water banking makes a lot more sense. We provide service for a fairly large area, and there's no natural watershed or body of water where we can potentially dam up that area to create a reservoir and capture the limited rainfall that we get. The other thing to consider with water banking is because it is underground, you don't have the evaporation of that water versus a surface reservoir.
In what ways will water banking help the residents of Riverside County?
We are always looking at capturing state funding, regional funding, even federal funding where we can, and that we construct these necessary systems so that the residents of Riverside County have access to that water during drought, and we're able to construct these facilities at reasonable cost. There's also a number of other local supply projects that we're investing in. Currently, we're finalizing construction on our third desalination plant. That facility treats brackish groundwater into potable water. We also are advancing what's called our purified water replenishment program, where we're going to take a portion of recycled water and purify that and then recharge that water in the groundwater basin as well. All these investments are critical to allow us to mitigate the impacts of the drought and the statewide water supply conditions that we're facing.
Earlier this year, Governor Newsom declared a drought emergency throughout 50 counties in the state of California. He recently extended the drought emergency to the remaining 8 counties, including Riverside. Let's work together to make our water last. Visit our webpage for tips on how you can save water around your home.